In this video, I'm going to show you how to instantly relieve groin pain. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. So if you're dealing with a lot of groin pain right now, definitely check this video out, because what usually causes this is a blend of weakness and tightness that builds in the main muscles that support this area. These muscles include the adductors and the psoas. So to fix this, I want to go over easy exercises that are going to help stretch and release tightness while also helping to strengthen these muscles for both quick and long-lasting relief. Just as a quick note, each one of these exercises works differently. They're going to target different muscles and be shown in different positions. To get the best results, go through them all and use what gives you the most relief. With that being said, let's get started. Here's an exercise that we can do in bed or on a floor. Just lie flat on your back like this. What we're going to do is put our feet together and gently press our heels down into the floor until we feel a light activation around the buttocks. What we're going to do from here is take our knees and press them down towards the floor as much as we can until we feel a really good stretch form on the inner part of our thighs, working towards the groin into the hips. Once you feel this, hold this comfortably for a second or two, and then what you're going to do is release it and then bring your legs together. Now, like a butterfly, what you're going to do is go down and up like this, kind of like flapping your wings. You want to do this nice and slowly for 15 to 20 repetitions, and with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. Afterwards, relax for a minute and then repeat this 2 to 3 times. But if you notice that it's helping out and there's still some tightness left, just keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. But let's take this one to the next level and really engage these groin muscles. So what we're going to do is get back into our original position of pressing our knees down until we feel that really good stretch in the groin. We're going to hold this, and now we're going to press our hips straight upward towards the ceiling like this until our body is in a straight line from our knees to our hips to our shoulders. You're going to feel a ton of muscles start to fire. The core, the back, your butt, your legs, everything that helps support the groin and the pelvis. You want to hold this comfortably for 5 seconds, release it, take a breather, and then repeat this 5 to 10 times. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, always challenge yourself by throwing in another set or 2. Here's a really good exercise that we can do seated. Let's start with really good upright posture. Just have your back nice and straight. What you want to do is take your legs and kind of walk them outward like this until you feel a really deep stretch forming on the inner part of your thighs working into the groin. Once you feel that, you're going to put your hands together and then you're going to put your elbows right in between your knees. Now what you want to do is gently press your knees out a little bit more with your elbows to deepen that groin stretch. Only go to the point where it feels comfortable, and at this point you want to hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. And during that time period, just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Let that tension out. Release it, take a breather, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. But if you want to take this one to the next level and get a much deeper stretch, what you can do is get back into this original position. And what you want to focus on doing is taking one elbow and driving that knee out like this as much as you can while you turn your body towards the other side. So I'm pressing into my left knee and I'm slowly turning towards my right. Do this slowly because you are going to feel a deep, intense stretch on that side. Hold this comfortably again for about 20 to 30 seconds, release it, repeat this 3 to 5 times, and then you're going to switch sides and repeat. If you do notice one side needs a little bit more attention, just keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. But let's take this one to the next level and focus on another muscle group that really causes groin pain, and that would be the hip flexors, notably the psoas muscle. So for this one, let's take our hands and grip right onto the seat of our chair, and we're going to do simple knee marches. So we're going to drive this knee straight upward towards the ceiling with a goal of getting it above our hip. The more that you drive up, the more that you're going to feel a deep activation of the muscles on top of your thigh working into the groin. Hold this for a second or two, release it, and then just like a marching motion, switch to the other side. Try to do this about 20 times on both sides, but afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like it's helping out, but you need some more repetitions, just keep doing it over and over again until everything is nice and loose. Here's an exercise that's a little bit more advanced, but it is going to offer a very deep stretch into the groin. We're going to lie flat on our back next to a smooth wall and get your butt as close to the wall as possible. Have your legs straight and gently press your heels into the wall. What you're going to do from there is slowly slide your heels down towards the floor, but do this slowly because you are going to feel a deep, intense stretch form on the inner part of your thighs working into the groin. And when you look up, you'll probably notice that one foot is going down a little bit more than the other. That usually means that you have a little bit more tightness on the side that won't go down. It looks like for me on my right side. But build into this one, hold this one comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds. And during that time period, just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. When you need to release it, bring your legs back up. But try to do this about 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So to take this one to the next level, what we can do is add in a little bit more of a hip movement to target some more muscles. So instead of keeping your feet straight back like this, what you want to do is turn them inward like this until you feel a light activation of the muscles around the hip, and then you're going to slide down. You're just going to notice that it targets the pelvic area and the groin a little bit differently. So give that a try with your feet pointed in, and you can also point them out. If you notice any of those positions are offering a little bit more relief, at that point, keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. So now let's go over some really good strengthening exercises that you can do daily for long-lasting groin pain relief. This first one, we're going to start lying on our side in bed or on a floor with the painful side towards the floor. You're going to support your head with your hand just like this. So this top leg, your knee is going to be bent, and you're going to take your foot and place it right in front of the other side's knee. Now, keeping this bottom leg straight, what you want to do is slowly lift your leg and foot upward towards the ceiling. As you do this, you're going to feel a deep activation of those inner thigh muscles working into the groin, into the pelvis. Build into this one, hold it comfortably for about 3 to 5 seconds, release it, take a breather, and then repeat this 5 to 10 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, always challenge yourself by throwing in another set or 2. But if you want to take this one to the next level, what we can do is change the position of this bottom leg to find the position that's going to offer the most relief. So this time around, I'm going to take this top leg and foot and move it behind my knee. And at this point, I'm going to take this bottom leg, keep it straight, but just move it forward a little bit, like a couple inches. And at that point, I'm going to lift up. You're going to notice it targets those leg and groin muscles just a little bit differently. So throw in a couple repetitions in that position, relax, swing your leg further outward like this to the point where you can't go out any further. You're going to find that one certain movement, one certain position just will be the most challenging. Maybe it's really helping with tightness, or it just feels like it's really weak. At that point, stop over that position and keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose, or it feels like you got a really good workout. And if the other side doesn't hurt, I do recommend switching and throwing a couple repetitions on that side just to keep everything in balance. Here's another really good strengthening exercise that we can do in bed or on a floor. For this one, we're going to need something soft that we can put in between our knees. So if you have a therapy ball like this, it works perfectly. But if you don't, just take a large pillow, fold it up, put it in between your knees. So to get into position, we're going to lie flat on our back with our legs roughly hip width apart, knees bent, feet flat. Take the object, put it right in between your knees. Now what you want to do is press your knees into the object as much as you can until you feel a deep activation of the inner thigh muscles working into the groin. This one really targets the adductors. At this point, you want to hold it for 5 seconds, gently release it, take a breather, and then repeat this 10 to 15 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, always challenge yourself by throwing in another set or 2. But let's take this one to the next level and really focus on targeting these groin muscles. So what you're going to do is press into the ball as much as you can. You're going to press your heels downward into the floor and now slowly lift your hips upward towards the ceiling until your body is roughly in a straight line from your knees to your hips to your shoulders. You're going to feel all of those groin and pelvic muscles start to fire. 5-second hold, release it, take a breather, repeat this 5 to 10 times. But again, if it feels like you have a little bit more energy, always challenge yourself by throwing in another set or 2. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.